Okay, so you see this anonymous YouTube channel? They're making over $10,000 every single month, and all they're doing is just reposting other people's content. And you know what? They're not the only ones. Here's another one, and they've made over $9,000 in the last 28 days. And the funny part is that all of their videos take at most 15 minutes to put together. Now, some of these channels, they're pulling in millions of views every week without showing their face, recording anything, or even doing much editing. They've just learned how to legally reuse other people's viral content. Now, you might be wondering, how can they just literally take someone else's content but still not get taken down by YouTube? Now, this is because they're following a few secret rules that I'm going to show you in this video, allowing them to effectively monetize and print thousands upon thousands of dollars using content that other people have already gone viral with. I'm going to show you the exact way that you can do the same thing and start making money on YouTube by reposting other people's content the legal way. Now, I haven't seen any other YouTuber or guru break this down, so pay full attention, because this is what they don't want you to know, and I'm here sharing it for free. So here's how the method works. You find clips and videos from other creators, you edit them in a way that makes them legally monetizable according to YouTube's policies, and then post them to make money. It's a super simple strategy in theory, but if you make any of these small mistakes along the way, you risk getting in trouble with YouTube, meaning your channel and all your hard work get demonetized and even terminated in the worst cases. So to make things a lot easier for you, I put together a step-by-step document that has all the exact steps from this video so that you can follow along without missing anything. And don't worry, it's free because, I don't want anything. It's simply just to make the process easier for you guys. So make sure to access it in the description. So the strategy just comes down to 6 steps. And the first one is picking the right niche. Now, every guru, they just keep telling you how it's important to pick the right niche, so I'm not going to waste your time by just repeating everything that's already been said. All I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you what actually works and what doesn't. But before I start showing you examples of successful channels, there's one super important thing that you got to understand if you want to build a faceless YouTube channel that just prints money. And I call it the supply and demand rule. Now basically, supply is how many videos exist in a given niche, and demand is how many people actually want to watch them. So to keep it simple, you need to go for a niche where there's barely any content, but there's a ton of people looking to watch content in that niche. That's the sweet spot. And it's exactly why you see channels like this one blow up after their first few uploads. Now, a lot of people see a channel like that and they think, okay, cool, I'll just copy what they've been doing. But that's where things go wrong. What it comes down to is you're not here to blindly copy anyone. That might work for a little bit, but it's not a real strategy that's going to grow you a long-term business. So just to give you an example, here's 2 channels that literally just copied the big successful ones. And as you can see, they're struggling to even get past 1,000 views. Now compare that to these channels that added a twist to the trend. Like this one that made top 5 moments videos, but they only focused on the UFC. You see, they copied the format, but they added their own unique angle to the content, and that's what you want to do. Also, there's this one that did the exact same thing, but for NBA content. And I'm not just guessing if these channels are working or not, because if you take a look at the analytics here, you can see that this NBA channel, they pulled in over 8 million views last month alone, and they only had just 9 uploads. So yeah, rather than copying what's already been done over and over, what we're doing here is we're taking a proven format and then we're putting our own spin on it. So instead of just doing top 5 moments with random meme clips like everyone else, you can focus on a specific type of content, like football, movies, or whatever. To show you what I mean and to give you an example, I'm just going to go with the animals niche, specifically monkey clips. I'm going to take that as the example niche for this video just to show you exactly how to create content for any kind of niche that you want to get into. So now that you've secured your niche, it's time to move on to the next step, setting up your YouTube channel the right way. So of course, you need to create the channel on YouTube, and this is where you'll have to enter a name. To make things easy, I'm going to be using ChatGPT. Just open ChatGPT and ask it to generate 30 1- to 2-word YouTube channel names based on your niche. You can go ahead and use the prompt that I left for you in the step-by-step document and just go ahead and just paste it right here into the chat. Then all you got to do is just pick the one that you think is the best. Just remember, you don't need to overcomplicate it. Spending a lot of time on your channel name is just the most stupid thing that you can do when you're starting out. And the same thing goes for the logo and banner. So I'll just use a free tool like Canva. Now first, log into your Canva account. And once you're in, click on Create Design and search for YouTube logo. Now it should show you one template with the correct size. Click on that to open a blank page and start designing. Since my channel's about monkeys, I'm going to search for a monkey face in the Elements tab and just pick one from there. After that, change the background color to match the image. So for me, I'm going to go with a simple black. Now next, resize everything to fit, download as a PNG, and just like that, the logo's done. And as you can see, I didn't even spend a bunch of unnecessary time on the logo, and I definitely don't even have a designer for it. Next up though, you're gonna need to make a banner. Search for YouTube banner in Canva, but this time pick a template to customize. Delete all the text and random stuff there, and then just keep the background. And now I'm going to search for a monkey image again, put it on the side, and then add my channel name with a line telling people to subscribe. Once you've got everything ready and downloaded, head over to YouTube Studio, go to the Customization tab, and upload your logo and banner, and then just type your channel name here. Go ahead and hit publish, and just like that, your channel's set up. Now even if you get a pre-monetized or aged channel from a site like Monetized Profiles, the process is pretty much exactly the same. The only difference is that you don't have to actually create the channel on YouTube. And for those of you that don't know what any of those kinds of channels are, I'm just going to give you a quick rundown. So basically, pre-monetized means the channel has already been grown by someone else so that it's approved in the YouTube Partner Program. And this essentially means that you're going to earn ad revenue on your first post instead of grinding to get monetized when you start out. Now they are a little bit expensive, so if you're a broke student, I probably wouldn't recommend it. But if you've got a good budget, then it's definitely a good option. And then we have aged channels. Now these are channels that are created many years ago, and the reason for this is that YouTube, they supposedly should trust it more since it's been on the platform for a long time. So if you've been experiencing getting near to 0 views when you upload a video, it's not because your content is trash, it's simply just because you're shadow banned. I can make an entire video about this, so just let me know in the comments if you want that. But for aged and pre-monetized accounts, I'd recommend Monetized Profiles website, definitely. But now, enough of that. Let's just get into step 3, brainstorming video ideas. Now, coming up with good video ideas, it might seem hard at first, but once you know how to do it the right way, like I'm about to show you, it just becomes super simple. The first method is using AI to your advantage. And the best tool to do that is ChatGPT. Just open up ChatGPT and paste this prompt that I left for you in the step-by-step document. Now this prompt is designed to give you niche-specific video ideas, so you're not just getting random stuff, but actual topics that people in your niche want to watch. And once you paste it, ChatGPT is going to give you a list of 25 video ideas. But don't just go with the first idea that you see. Instead, copy the list into a Google Doc and then start trimming it down. Then you just get rid of anything that sounds too generic, too broad, or just boring. After clearing things up a little bit, you'll be left with about 10 solid topics. From there, go ahead and pick your favorite 5. It should be one that other channels have done well and are easy to make. So in my case, I'm going to go with this one that really speaks to me as a professional monkey fan. Monkeys doing unexpected human things. It's fun and it's actually something I'd enjoy making. And just so you know, this method works for any niche, not just stupid monkey stuff. So now I got the topic, but in case you tried AI and it didn't give you any good results, here's the second method. Now it simply works by just taking inspiration from what's already working for others on YouTube. Head over to YouTube and type in something like top 5 moments followed by something similar to your niche. So for my channel about monkeys, what I'm going to type in is top 5 funniest cat moments, just to get a sense of the format and the ideas. After scrolling a bit, I found this short about top cat surveillance moments. And now I can turn that into a top monkey surveillance moments video. Same format, different animal, and still sounds interesting to watch. Now you are more likely to get good results using proven concepts like this simply because someone's already tested it, they went viral themselves, so that confirms that it's a good topic that people like. Anyway, so far you've got the niche figured out, the channel set up, and the ideas ready. It's time for the next step. Now this is where it's actually going to get really interesting because you're going to legally find and reuse other people's content for your videos. And for this part, we're going to use TikTok. The content there is already made to hook the viewer, and that's exactly what we want in our videos. So go on TikTok, search for something related to your niche. Now since my channel, it's about monkeys, I'm gonna type in monkey funny clip, and then you're gonna see tons of videos pop out, but just make sure don't get lost in the doom scroll. Scroll for a little bit and then pick around 5 clips that are either funny or can make a good clip for the video. Now just remember, if you find the video funny yourself, then it's probably going to do the same for your viewers. Keep in mind though that proven concepts are the best to follow. Now after a little bit of scrolling, you should have bookmarked 5 videos or so to use, which means you can move on to the next step, which is where things start getting a bit interesting. Now we're going to put all the clips together in a video and then we're going to edit them in a way that avoids copyright issues. And there's a bunch of editing tools out there, but in my opinion, CapCut. It's hands down the best if you're just getting started, especially for short form content. And that's because it's free, it's easy to use, and you won't need to spend weeks learning complicated stuff like you would if you had started with Adobe Premiere Pro or Final Cut Pro. So open up CapCut, start a new project. And first, you're going to import the clips that you downloaded from TikTok. So to do this, tap on the Import button, then pick your clips and hit Add. And once they're in, make sure your video is in the short form format. So to change it, just in case it's not, click on the aspect ratio icon at the bottom and then select the vertical option. And now that your settings are set up correctly, find the most attention-grabbing or funniest clip that you think and place it at the beginning of the timeline. And this is super important because you only get a second or two to grab people's attention before they scroll. So now, once you've got everything in order, go ahead and start trimming. Go clip by clip and cut out any slow parts or dead moments. Now to trim, you just click on the clip, press the split button and remove those parts. And then you make the video even smoother by adding some simple transitions between each clip. Tap on the transition icon, choose something simple like fade or quick zoom, and then you place it between some of the clips. Now just be careful, you don't want your video feeling like a PowerPoint presentation, so don't put too many transitions so that it becomes too overwhelming for the viewer. Now next, and this is very important, you want to add a title at the top of the video. Now the title, believe it or not, it can determine if your video goes absolutely bonkers or if it just flops. So click the text button at the bottom, then click on Add Text. The text box is going to appear and you can type something like ranking moments of monkeys acting like humans. Now when you're thinking about what to write, you need to think about it as if you were the one who was watching. You got to kind of figure out what title would make you stop scrolling and watch it to the last clip. Then just go ahead and customize the text a little bit by clicking on the text box and picking a font and color and other stuff like that. So for me, I went with a bright yellow color, I added a black border, and then I chose a bold font to actually make it stand out from the clip in the background. And then lastly, just go ahead and list each clip with a number and a short title. For this, you're going to go ahead and click on the text button again, and then type something short, like number 4, banana fail. Place it in the top of the clip or wherever it's easier for viewers to see it without distracting them from the video. So now once all of your clips are listed with their titles, make sure to rewatch the final video. Now what you're looking for is to make sure that everything just feels natural, and if it does, it's done. Here's how my video turned out. So when you got the end result, export the video in the highest quality that you can. Click on the export button at the top right and select 1080p. And just make sure the file's in the MP4 format, and that's it. You've got a short that actually looks and feels like something people would stop and watch. And this means that you're finally ready for the last step, uploading it with the right SEO and settings to maximize the chances of it performing better. Now, when you upload a video, YouTube, it doesn't just look at the content, it reads everything around it. And that includes the description, the tags, and even the file name of your video. Then it goes ahead and uses all that info to figure out what your video is about and who might be interested in watching it. And that, my friends, that is what SEO is simply about. You're basically helping the algorithm help you. And the most important part of that are the keywords. Now, keywords, they're just the words that people type into the search bar when they're looking for videos. Now, if someone's into funny animal videos, they might search for funny monkey clips or monkey fails. Those exact phrases are your keywords, and if YouTube sees them in your description and tags, it knows that your video matches what the person is looking for. So first, go to your YouTube account, click on YouTube Studio, and then click on Create to upload your video. Select the file of the video that you created, then start adding your title and description. Now just write 2 to 3 sentences explaining what the video is about, and make sure to include a few relevant keywords. Just try to keep it straightforward like this. Then after that, another very important part is to fill out the tags section. Now even though the viewers can't see the tags, YouTube does and uses them to decide what kind of content that you're posting. So if your video is about monkeys, some good tags might be monkey compilation, monkey TikTok, stuff like that. But if you're not sure what tags or keywords to use, or if you just want to find ones that are less competitive, go ahead and use some free tools like vidIQ. I'll just use it for this example just to show you how it works. Now once you're on the website, look at the left-hand menu and just go ahead and click on Keywords. And that's going to open up a search bar where you can type in a word related to your video, like monkey if that's your topic. So type that in and hit enter. And then you're going to see a list of keyword suggestions, each with a score. And that score is the one that basically tells you the search volume and competition. Now the goal here is to find keywords that get searched a lot, but that don't have too much competition. So I looked around for a few minutes and I found a bunch of keywords with good search volume, added them to the tag section on YouTube Studio, and then, boom. Your first video's ready to get posted. Sadly though, success like these channels that I showed you doesn't come overnight. You're gonna have to work for it every day. And that's just the reality of it. However, there are a bunch of small hacks and tips that you can apply to get monetized in as little as a month or two. So in case you didn't know, I started my one-on-one coaching program for the first time ever, and that's where I teach people how to create a faceless YouTube channel from scratch. And I walk you through everything there is to YouTube, guaranteeing that you walk away with a monetized channel that's earning you some money. Over 6,000 people have already applied, and I can't take on everyone, but I'm still looking for a few people that's actually going to put their sweat and tears into this, because YouTube can really change your life if you do it right. So go ahead and submit an application to the link that I put in the description. If it's good, you'll be hearing from me and my team about the next steps. So that's pretty much it for this video. See ya!